Lara's probably still best buds with me. Everything's probably fine. Totally fine. Totally fine. I'll check in on the other guy when I can, but things have been not going not so hot. Hi.
100 years? No, too much. 40? No, not nearly enough.
How long has it been? 7 years? Seven? Maybe. You always were better with numbers. Feels like 10. Why are you giving me that look? You smell like blood. Ah, that's nothing. We share the same pain now. Siblings in suffering. That's why you've come to see me, isn't it? What are you talking about? We dearly loved our fathers. Now they're both gone. Yours, killed this morning. Mine, this past spring. After the Battle of the Fords. Many terrible things happened while you were away. I'm sorry. I didn't know your father well, but I always respected him. He must have been killed in action then? Forget it. I don't want to talk about it. Why are you back? Father sent me a letter. 2 weeks ago now, a disturbing letter, where he wrote about his involvement in something dangerous. And what will you do now? I'll find the killer, of course. You know what? You aren't going anywhere. I won't let you. Take a look at yourself. You can barely stand, let alone run around chasing some assailant. You're staying. Eat something, then get some sleep. When you wake up, we'll find out the rest. How's that? I took a beating, Lara. That's why I'm swaying. Our shelter's now my shelter. She's not as happy to see me as I hoped. Still, I can stay at her place. It's better than what we had before. So here's a divergence then. I believe in the Haruspex campaign, we started off by immediately being... I think we were immediately working for the Olgimskis. And we had a different shelter entirely. So they might be... So we're starting to see divergences here. Bones. These categories. Hopefully they'll mean more to me eventually. But these seem to be my friends, the bones. The nerves are something else entirely. Maybe my sources of information? Sources of comfort, sources of survival, sources of information, perhaps? My nerves? Bones support you, and nerves are where you gain... or how you sense things. I believe kind of core to the Haruspex character is the idea of having the kids be his nervous system of the city, sort of. And we're immediately meeting 3 of them. And then the Bachelor is one of the main characters.
My heart beats uneven.
Just take whatever you need. There must be something in the cabinet in the hall. Should I sleep upstairs? That's where the guest rooms used to be, anyway, when we were kids. No. Don't go upstairs, it's all locked. Ever since Father died, I don't go up there. Use this bed instead. Lara, what's wrong? Why won't you look at me? Don't. Not now. Go and eat. You know it's September, don't you? Do you even remember what autumn is like here? You must eat. Even if portions are small, or else you become feeble. Your father taught us this. I know. I know. Must I remind you that you need more sleep than usual? It's September. The steppe cools, the twilight blooms. Have you forgotten? When did you last sleep? You're right. I haven't slept in a while. Although I did take a nap while I traveled. Can't you spare an hour? Or 5? Yes, time is precious. So what? The worst is over. Are you afraid things might worsen still? They won't. Your father's killer won't flee. Until the next train, at least. Brew. I should eat. Get some sleep. In that order. It's not like you have anywhere else to go. You're that fugitive people are after, aren't you? Seems so. While you're asleep, I'll go on a walk, test the waters. Perhaps I'll learn something, or better yet, make them see they might be hunting the wrong person. Just be careful. People are wild out there. Yeah, they're hunting women. That seems like a bad exchange. I don't trust her entirely. I'm concerned. I also need to buy bread. The day's not over yet, though. It's not great, though. It's 4 o'clock. We're in the last 8 hours. I don't feel good about that, because I don't know how much day is left. That always makes me nervous. My exhaustion's not quite there, because I did have the coffee, so it's not entirely necessary, but I am damaged. I need to take morphine and sleep if I want to heal. But if I can get more done today without sleeping, without taking damage in the process, like by successfully stealthing / evading the guards, I might be able to go here. The dog killer is the doghead who saw me at dawn. He will testify to my alibi. We'll meet by the town hall. Wonder what Notkin thinks of this. That scum had neither heart nor brains, so he has no need of his guts either. I'm a man of my word. It said I'd cut out anything he didn't need, so I did. Yeah, so I need to go to Bad Grief still. Who was thankfully by the boat, so I might take the boat to skip from like here to there if I can. Or even from up here to down there. But I probably want to visit the dog killer situation. That seems like the smart move. I need to get to interact. When I interacted with people before, I think this might be the bed. I'm pausing because if I'm going to talk for a second, I should always pause the game to avoid passing more time. When I've interacted with people in the past, I've gotten a notification in the corner saying that my reputation has gone up. So I think just talking to people in general and interacting does help to some extent. So that might be my chance. Sleep. No, we're not sleeping. I can't waste time.
Birds are killed, yet black cats are beloved.
People, well, cats are better than birds. To some extent. Listen, we prefer mammals as humans. That's just how we do things. She said the cabinet in the hall. And she said don't go upstairs. Part of me is worried that I'll find out that she'll turn me in when I sleep. And then I'll wake up arrested. And I've got stuff I'm trying to do. And also, being arrested would probably not be great. Got some fish and a knife. Yes. Use that as a better weapon than a freaking rusty scalpel. A knife. Low durability. Too rough for medical procedures. Too dirty for cutlery. Only good for taking lives. Murder is a sin worse than digging wells in our town. Not because the soul is considered sacred, but because the body is. What is not whole is not holy. A torn body is a foul mockery of the universe. God damn, that's some language. Neat. Hunger's I could eat if I wanted to. A lot of the food makes you dry, huh? Oh, this is a full inventory. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this blood. Apparently gonna use this as my garbage location. In case. So I've got some space problems at the moment. Alright. Whoop. Pop a new save. Since they're so nice to have me have like a one and done quick click for a save. Don't look at the naked lady. It leads to time-consuming censorship that sucks. I'm not particularly prudish with that stuff, especially in the context of a video game where it's not even a real person. But YouTube is still, like, both lax and threatening about it. Like, people rarely ever get any kind of punishment, necessarily. But they straight up still threaten you with, like, 3 strikes and your entire channel's deleted from existence. And that's listed as the type of thing that would give you a strike. Even if it's not clear whether they'll actually do it or not. You'll take names? Man. It's kind of interesting just how cheap a lot of stuff is right now at this point in the campaign. Is that a guard? I should trade every chance I get, because we're gonna lose our chance for it to be so cheap, like tomorrow, I assume. Trust too low to trade. It's this building. The hope is that this guy will vouch for me. I'm about to get punched. Immunity boosters. There we go. Fuck me. Where's the door to this building? Before I get killed in the face. Don't go in there, buddy. If you do, you won't come out. Why not? Because Saburov will seize you first, just like he did the rest, and investigate your guilt later. I know what I'm guilty of. That's not what he's worried about. Although, at least they'd feed you in jail. You'd have a chance to rest and wait it out until the birds stop squawking and return to their nests. What birds? People are like a flock of birds. When the earth shakes, or the wind howls, they startle and squawk. Some frightened, while others parrot and echo. Who started it? Why? Where does the wind blow from? When will it end? No one decides this. The flock doesn't think, it just listens. And only to itself. I know. Hysteria is the same in the north. Oh shit, he's still coming. Is Trust still... I might get arrested. This might be a bad idea. But this guy's after me.
Yes.
Alexander Saburov. I'm listening. No, I'm listening. Where's my father's body? Ah, the patricide. You've spared me the trouble of hunting you down. You there. Seize him. And take him to number 3. I think it's free. Patricide, have you gone mad? This didn't work out, did it? The guard's chasing me. Getting arrested is better than getting beaten to death, admittedly. Okay. Only... Yeah, actually not that much time has passed yet. We're still in the day. I should have listened to well-intentioned advice next time. Or should I? Since Saburov isn't inclined to listen to any explanations, he'd just throw me in jail no questions asked. Should I risk it? I did. The dog-eared boy didn't come, no witness, as expected. Yeah, so he fucked me over by not showing up. And it appears that this story has been ended. Uh. Huh. Pemmican. Mixture of meat, fruit, and fat. Extremely filling, only slightly revolting. Pemmican isn't eaten for pleasure. This form preserves meat and fat, so that's how Odong's prepared before venturing into the steppe for weeks to herd bulls. There's some good food here. Smoked meat. Wasn't there fresh meat or something? Or was it just the smoked meat? Fish. Filling but makes your throat feel dry. The lateral line is called that for a reason. Every fish sees its line unfold in a stream of possibilities. Sometimes the line is a fishing line. Alright, so I could have stayed at Lara's house and just laid low, but instead I tried to play my luck at defending my honor, and that may be the end of today. That may be the last thing we accomplish today, is me getting arrested. Interesting. What my hope is that in the first game there was basically one storyline per day that was the main storyline, and it had one, usually only had one path through it and one ending, and if you screwed up it just disappeared. I'm hoping that this game feels like it has a bunch of dynamic paths through the story, and this might be an example of that, like the choice of staying with Lara or staying here or other things. I also wonder if quests like what Grief asked me for, like how I did the quest but haven't quote-unquote like turned it in, I'm wondering if stuff like that will persist and I can talk to them later about it or not, because that was also a thing that happened before. Yeah. So it seems like there was another storyline I could have had if I stayed at Lara's. The hope will be that the game fully embraces being an RPG with tons of branching paths and interactions, both systematic interactions and dialogue ones that affect the story branches. I don't think knocking is working. This is my shitting bucket. They gave me a book. Whoa!
Okay, I'm gonna explain how this works and you're gonna listen. All suspects get locked up while investigation is ongoing. That'll happen in the morning. You can scream, shout, run in circles, bang on doors, all you want. Morning is when you get out, and not a moment sooner. You've got food and water. Now wait. Look, you're obviously not an uncharitable man. Maybe you'd like a bit more in your pocket. Who wouldn't? But we can't take bribes, and you don't have anywhere near enough to make someone ignore their orders. How much would it take? Do you think I'm stupid? I know what you're up to. It's called weaseling. You figure there must be a way out, and you're trying to wind me up. Find the right approach, right? I'm not that kind of person. Look, you aren't coming out of that cell a moment before the order's given. Period. Except under the shroud, maybe. The walls and door won't break down, so don't even try. You've got a cot. Use it. You'll want to be refreshed tomorrow for the investigation.
So what? Saburov's gonna torture me? Oh, no more dialogue there. Oh, he is actually there. So knocking a lot actually did lead to a result, but then that's that. Interesting. Interesting. Alright. Well, I'm in horrible, horrible, horrible shape, so... let's have the fish. That seems like it might spoil. I don't know if stuff spoils in this game. That feels like that's the type of thing that they might add. I guess I can't lockpick it. No. So we'll go ahead and take some morphine to help me rest. In the previous game, you would take multiple. Should I take 2 and see how it goes? That's pumping up the exhaustion. Your maximum sleeping duration is 6 hours. Let's try 4 and see what happens. Oh, the health is full. Oh. Hi. Are these the people who died in the first day of the plague? I'm sure that's already ongoing, right? Restless one. My name was Jacob Sterk. Worked in shipping. 2 marriages. Both happy. Brought up a daughter. Friends woke me up in the night. They were getting a posse together to catch old Kane's killer. We ambushed him at the station. That's where I was killed. With my own knife, no less. So these are the people I killed in the intro. Kane, don't you mean Burke? Because my character doesn't even really know about Kane's death. Just some passing comments. I was called Kirik. It was my idea to catch the murderer at the station. So we lay in ambush. The train came. A man got off. Get him, boys, I cried. That was stupid of me. The killer would be getting on, not off. I'm sorry. They called me Birdie, short for Bertrand. And that's one of the kinder nicknames. Birdie was fine. A name's just a name. I got murdered at the station last night. Didn't rightly know what I was doing there. Figured I just went along with the herd. I'm sorry, Bertrand. Wow, the people... That's interesting. Having a dream about how the people who died in the intro were people, indeed. Did you enjoy your little chats? They don't blame you, as you saw. I suppose they haven't quite come to terms with their fates yet. Or perhaps they have. Death does that to people. If only I could fix it. I'll tell you a story. Once there was a man who wanted to fix everything. He begged on bended knee for a chance to turn back time. And when he got it, history repeated itself. Good job, we told him. That's your fate. He asked us, once more? So we let him try once more, but with a catch. He who denies his fate will be punished. He'll keep living as a cripple, lame, wounded. See where I'm going with this? Did he try again then? I don't remember, and I don't care. Even if he didn't, there probably wasn't a happy ending. You can't fight fate, Burke. It's immutable. I'll still try. I think they're metagaming a little bit, talking about the idea of how the story could change if I did different things. Oh, that's weird. We're dreaming now about the guys I killed. Don't suppose we can not fight. Nope. Can't get me. Instead, I'm just gonna not kill you guys, because this is a dream, which has no bearing on reality, but I'm gonna pretend like I can fix this. Fuck. That's what they're talking about? If I try to fix it? That's what happens if I try to fix it. It rewinds and I lose all my health. Just like when he talked about the cripple. Oh no, I didn't... get any... Oh, like no time passed. I'm still full of exhaustion. He hasn't even left. Basically nothing has happened. Okay, let's try this again then, I suppose. Let's try the 4 hours again. As my health. I only slept for 2 hours. Hello. Hey, whoa. No one cares about me. My reputation's way up. How's my exhaustion? Not great. I only got to sleep for a little bit. I guess it was not reasonable. Turns out you're innocent. They got the culprit. Everyone else is free to go. They got the culprit. Where are they? You think anyone tells me that kind of thing? If someone's free to go, they aren't a suspect anymore, right? So the culprit must have been caught. It's called logic. Although maybe they weren't. Not my place to know. My orders were to let the big one go. The master vouched for you. What master? Fat Vlad. Vlad Ogimsky, that is. The big one, Vlad Sr. All 4 of them? That's a rousing vote of confidence. Well, shit. I'm all thinking, I guess we gotta resign. This is the end of my day. I've failed, I suppose. Nope, we have 4 hours left, technically. And it's because I was pardoned. Or vouched for. By a different person, though. It was Saburov who arrested me, but then Vlad got me out. Now I need to figure out what else to do with my day, besides maybe meet up with Grief and Notkin. They sell that as a shirt. I saw that in their store. I didn't like it because it doesn't really scream Pathologic. It's just some hourglasses. I got the one that's the Stairway to Heaven instead. Because it's the Impossible Structures. It's recognizable. What? Hi. Game kind of froze when I turned around. Master says you're doing well. He said, with every hour, fewer and fewer people think he's the murderer. He said, tell him that I want to talk. Let him come to the lump right away. Since when do people have masters in this town, boy? Don't you know? We all have but one true master since the factory was built. Perhaps old Gimsky wants me in his service as well. Perhaps he does. What does he want? If he's summoning you, you must go. No dawdling, he said. I'll come by when I can. You tell him that. Hello. The high and mighty of this town has finally taken notice of a Burrock. The witch hunt is over. I can go out safely. Thank God. That was brutal, getting attacked so much. Oh. They're just scattered about the environment, huh? Just messing with me at this point. The dramaticians just kind of are everywhere. I think I'm getting a blur on the screen. Well, he's on my way to where I was going anyway. So we'll see how that goes. We'll keep picking through garbage. Yay, he's not aggroed. It's a whole new world. I don't know if I'll ever get paths the way I did before. Honestly, hopefully the parks I'm used to picking through for garbage don't exist in their exact forms, so I don't go right back into that habit again. Look at people trusting me enough to trade for me. This guy will trade me peanuts for a charm. And a candle. I'm not really sure what I want the candle for. The peanut to charm trade is not great. He doesn't have quite enough to make the total work out. Metal scrap.